Ensuring food security has become a significant concern for Chinese leader Xi Jinping. In his speech to the Chinese Communist Party, Xi emphasized the importance of reinforcing food security. However, China faces persistent challenges in maintaining a stable food supply due to factors such as its large population, limited arable land, urbanization, and a declining number of farmers. In the event of a military conflict with Taiwan, China's ability to sustain a reliable food supply becomes crucial, particularly considering the potential sanctions that could be imposed. To reduce its dependence on strategic rivals, China has been increasingly relying on imports to meet the food needs of its population. In this regard, China has reduced its orders for U.S. corn and turned to countries like Brazil for imports. To expedite Brazilian imports, China even waived certain pest and disease checks. Nevertheless, enhancing domestic productivity remains a challenge due to issues such as excessive fertilizer use, declining soil fertility, and a lack of genetically modified (GM) seeds. China recognizes the potential of GM seeds as a key solution to enhance agricultural productivity and achieve self-sufficiency. Despite cultural reservations surrounding GM seeds, the government is expected to allow the planting of GM corn in the near future. Energy security is also a critical concern for China. While it may be unlikely for Western countries to utilize hunger as a weapon in a conflict with Taiwan, recent events like the war in Ukraine have demonstrated the potential for energy-related sanctions. China heavily relies on coal, oil, and gas, with more than 80% of its energy coming from these sources. Although China has pledged to reduce its dependence on coal, it remains a significant part of the energy mix. Crude oil, of which about 75% is imported, mainly comes from friendly countries like Russia and Saudi Arabia. However, the transportation of oil via seaborne tankers poses interception risks. A similar risk applies to gas, of which 40% is imported. To mitigate these risks, China has increased domestic production and overland pipeline imports. Nevertheless, the interception of sea imports could potentially disrupt shipping, particularly by Western democratic allied countries. Building sufficient pipelines to meet China's gas demands would pose a significant infrastructural challenge. Thus, China's reliance on coal is likely to persist, despite Xi's pledge to reduce consumption from 2026, if a conflict with Taiwan looms on the horizon.